97.7 FM. Welcome to another great edition, special edition of Film in Valleywood. Today, we have the honor of having in the studio extraordinary actors, filmmakers, producers, directors, cinematographers, all the above. Right? Because when you create films, you do it all. So, welcome to the studio once again, Matthew Kevinis and Joe Germain.
Thank
So
you.
let's give
Thank
a
you for
round of
having us.
applause.
Thank you.
As always, I want to welcome everyone that's watching us and over Facebook, over our YouTube channel, as well as online or over the airwaves on 97.7 FM. Thank you. We want to give a shout out to Renee, who's behind the scenes over there making it happen behind the board. So, gentlemen, thank you for making the time to come out to our station today.
Of course. Yeah. We're happy to be here.
Now, I know you're promoting a film. You're promoting The Struggle, right? Is this
Yes,
your
sir.
next project?
Yes, sir.
Now, before we move in and we start talking about your up and coming project that you're working, please give our audience a little, I guess, recap of your film career. I know that you've been doing film for a few years now.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So far I've been on multiple different streaming platforms such as Amazon Prime, Paramount, Netflix, Hulu, all over the place. I've been on Netflix with Mo on the season 2 of that one. I've been in the first season of Landman. I believe the first season of 1923 on Yellowstone. The Chosen. Let's see here. There's also Lioness. I think that one was also season 4, and I was also on season 4 of Walker. So it's a pretty long run. I'm still going at it.
Fantastic. Now, how about yourself? I know you're in this particular project that we're going to talk about. You're the cinematographer, but tell me a little bit about your career.
So I normally the guy behind the camera. So my career started off when I was in the military. Basically, I was just telling him I was in charge of putting all the social media content behind it, and that's when I picked up my first camera while I was in the military, and then I started filming everything right then and there. And I got real into it, and I got out. I'm still in, matter of fact, but I ended up continuing to film, and I put out short films. I put a lot of short clips here and there, so I'm pretty much receiving any kind of projects and filming as I go. And now I am filming The Struggle with Matthew here.
Fantastic. Are you in the National Guard or reserves?
I was active for
Active.
10 years, and now I'm in the reserves.
Reserves. Fantastic. So where are you drilling out of?
Right now I'm drilling out of Arlington, Texas. It's one of the small drill sergeant unit out there. So that's where I'm drilling at.
Fantastic. Excellent. And it's always interesting to speak to service members that have done this in the military. I think it's exciting and it's fantastic to be able to do this, in the military.
Oh yeah, it's like it just fell on my lap, honestly, to be honest. So, and I picked it up from there.
Fantastic. Now let's talk about The Struggle. I know that the film has it's in pre-production, but it's already won awards since started winning awards last year. When it was simply just a pitch, simply an idea, it won awards. So tell me about The Struggle.
So The Struggle is based off of many true events from people that I've seen, people that I've met, stories that I've witnessed. It's not like I went into these people's homes and, saw their day-to-day life, but it's more of I got to see their perspective on things based off of what happens at home. We're trying to open up what really happens behind closed doors. Could it be the parents causing teens to act a certain way, or is it their friends, or is there something else that's making teenagers act the way they are? So it's a little generalization of what The Struggle is about.
So I know you're looking to start production sometime in the summer.
Yes, sir.
Have you casted the film? Is it fully casted?
We are almost fully casted. We have many different actors. One of them specifically is a Cine Mexicano actor. He comes from Mexico. His name is Oscar. I don't want to butcher his last name. I really don't. So I'm not going to say it, but his name is Oscar. He's playing the role of, let's see. Let me remember the name. I so many characters, can't remember. But yes, his name is Oscar.
It isn't Oscar Burgos, is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I could probably pull up the Facebook.
Shout out to me.
But yeah, he's won many different awards. He's done many different things. I just can't believe I get to be working with such a diverse cast. We have younger actors, older actors, actors all the way out from East Texas, actors from Mexico. It's a little bit all over the place, but we are missing one role. Her name is Maria. That's the role, the role. And we're hoping to find someone. That one is one of our younger teenage roles, aging from hopefully 17 all the way to 25. If you can play younger, that's even better. So that's the only role we're missing, and hopefully we can find someone to cast it soon.
Is it going to be, does it need to be fluent in Spanish, or is it going to be a bilingual film?
It's going to be a little bit bilingual, mostly in English, but the Spanish is going to be directed more towards the Maria character, the female Maria character. Her family is from Mexico. They're immigrants. They went across the border, had to restart their whole lives, but since Maria was born here, she kind of uses that against her mom to get her own way. So it's a bratty character.
Fantastic. I know that you're going to be shooting in various locations here throughout the valley. Anything you want to comment on the film or the process that you guys are working on?
I mean, basically everything. I know he wears a lot of hats right now, so basically I'm just trying to make sure that, I understand the concept of what exactly needs to be filmed. But it's not necessarily just picking up the camera and just start filming what, exactly what the scenes will be or anything like that. It's about how I'm going to convey each shot to enhance what he's trying to put out. And that's going to be basically just like one of the things that we're going to have to figure out right when we get there. Not basically right when we get there, everything will be printed and pre-planned already. But everybody knows when it comes with plans, you always got to make sure you're filming right, filming exactly what it needs to be filmed. And that's my goal to you, trying to enhance what you're trying to envision.
Yeah.
So, what about the crew? Do you have are you fully staffed with the crew?
Well, our crew right now, we're only needing a few, gaffers and what some people call is the grips. People just to move stuff around. So far, we have 2 cinematographers. Actually, I think 3 cinematographers. One was able to do drone footage. One's able to do black and white footage. And then we have Joe over here literally doing most of everything. And then we have Mrs. Diane. I say Miss Diane. She's very kind. She's going to be our second AD. She's literally my second. If anything happens and I have to go off on another film set, she's going to be right there taking care of everything for me. And then I did butcher the name, by the way. I pulled up the Indiegogo. His name is Orlando Granados. He's a Cine Mexicano actor, and he's done a lot. Some stuff that I've never watched, because I'm not really bilingual. I'm sorry, guys, but he's playing the role of Oscar, so that's why I have him. I have my actors to the names of the characters. That's how I envision them. I have Esperanza Pepe. She's also with him. She's going to be playing the role of, I believe her name was not Jennifer in the film. What was the other one? Another character in the film. I just forget names. It's all over the place. Patricia Rigney. She is a local actress. She's also a lawyer. We have Pedro Garcia, literally my mentor. He's going to be playing a priest in the film. Nathaniel Velez, he's going to be one of the lead actors. We have Eli Sarabia, also one of the lead actors. So Nathaniel is going to be playing the character of Ricky. Ellie is playing the character of Alex. And then Jennifer Olmeda, which shout out to Joy Olmeda. This is his wife. She's going to be playing the role of, I believe, Jennifer that's the role. We have Matt Williams going to be playing as, I think it's Grandpa Charles or Charlie. And then Emily Romero, she's playing the younger sister of Alex, so the younger sister of Ellie. And so far, we are only missing one actor, and that is for Maria. So there's shout out to all my cast, everybody out there. They're trying their best so far because we haven't got the script out to them, but I know they're trying to get that character and trying to envision from everything that I've sent them and all their character descriptions to make this come to life, just how Joe said that he wants to bring the vision to life.
So what are your social media platforms in case some of our viewers want to reach out?
You need to say yours.
I mean, I really don't. So I started off this YouTube channel. I just picked it up and run with it. So it's called Dark Lens Media altogether. You can find it on YouTube. You can find some of my work there. Like I said, that's just picked up and run with it, with the name. So that's where you can find my stuff.
Fantastic. How about yours?
And for me, it's Matthew Cavanis on Facebook. Matthew, I think it's also Matthew Cavanis on Instagram. But what you should follow is The Struggle on Facebook to keep up with the updates, keep up with the Indiegogo campaign. So far, we've reached a little over $400 of our $2,500 goal. So hopefully we can reach that to make sure to literally bring the struggle to life. So follow The Struggle on Facebook, please.
I like that. And we're going to tag it so that our viewers can have access to that. And we're going to tag all of your social medias to that. Now, tell me anything else that we might have forgotten to talk about that you want to mention. Any other future projects or any past projects that you want to highlight?
So what we're going to do is, since we've already done the pitch last year, and that was when I was eligible for the younger competitors, now that I'm a little older, now I'm doing into the adult competition. So hopefully everyone can go out there to support us at the South Texas International Film Festival for the pitch. And then afterwards, we're hoping to start filming and bring the struggle to life. Like I said, bring it to life. So Jay, you can say what other projects you have?
I mean, that's basically my goal as well. Working with this big project. I know it's a lot. It's a lot of you're wearing a lot of hats and everything. So I know future projects right now can kind of seem a little blurry for me at this point. But after the struggle is complete, I'm pretty sure we'll probably collaborate a lot more. Probably be in those South Texas film festivals. You'll probably see.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably see a lot of me hopefully this summer along with Matthew Cavanis, to enhance, keep pushing more films into the Valley. I know there's not a lot of us out here, but they are some very talented people. So we're gonna try to showcase their skills.
Yeah, the talent is what really matters. That's what our cast doesn't seem like. Well, sometimes you never really hear these people's names, and I wanted to bring out some of the talent that hasn't been seen yet. So these actors, you've probably seen them maybe once or twice, but most of you probably haven't seen them. So I want to bring out that talent, that raw Valley talent. Because there is so many talented people here. Like this guy right here, we started talking about doing the film, how his work is, and I just said, I love your work, man. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Like,
I appreciate it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I'm always telling them, like, I don't know, man, there's something wrong with this. I don't like it, and I just scrub it, redo it again, scrub it. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it. I look at my work and I see that there's something missing all the time. I don't know what it is, but everyone telling me it's good, man. Hey, it's fine.
It's the cast and crew first. It's the cast and crew first. Then everything else, then I'll deal with everything else. But it's you guys being first is my priority.
I'm glad you mentioned all that because that's really our goal with Film in Valleywood is to promote the area as film friendly locations, film friendly cities. We've got great talented cast members, talented crew members, and it's just a great place to shoot. We got different locations and so always promoting. We're always wherever we're at. We're promoting. The Valley as a location. So I'm glad that more projects are coming out. I love this burst of films that have come out in recent years, and so I encourage y'all to keep doing keep doing your craft, keep shooting films, keep doing that. And any words of encouragement to anyone out there that's watching? Maybe they're in high school, maybe they're in college, maybe they're already old guys like me that that want to get into filmmaking. What are your words of encouragement?
You want to start?
So words of encouragement. Hey, anything you have, if you feel like you want to shoot something, you have a camera in your pocket, just pick it up and start filming.
Yep.
And for anybody who's interested in being part of the film, being in a film, whatever film, don't be afraid to just try new things. Send in a casting call, you know what I mean? Send in a casting call or audition tapes. Send them out. You never know. We do look at everything you can possibly be, starting off your new career as a young talented artist here in the Valley.
That's for sure. I could not have said that better. Exactly what he said. It's best to go out there and try new things, try everything out. Some roles may not be for you. We'll try it anyways. You never know what you can get when you just apply. Apply yourself, apply your time, show them that you're dedicated and that you'd be able to do this, and eventually you'd be able to get your roles. It doesn't have to be you're a lead star one day, but you can also be behind the camera. You can be in front of the camera. You can just try everything. That's what's really important, is try everything, stay to earth, and make sure you just do your best.
I'm glad you mentioned that about everyone having a camera in their pocket, right? Which we all do. That's one of the most questions or most common question that I get asked as a teacher. They're like, students want to come out and they ask me, what equipment should I buy? And I'm like, don't buy anything right now. You've got a camera in your pocket. Use what you have. You've got equipment that you can go check out. You can borrow. You can, rent. Don't buy anything right now. Go and start working on your craft. Later, when you start making some money, then you can, once you already know what kind of cameras you like, what kind of lenses you like to work with, lighting kits, then you can start going out and purchasing your stuff. But right now, just use what you have. And, there's been a lot of awards won with folks just using their phones. In fact, down here last year at the South Texas International Film Festival, someone won an award and they shot their entire movie with their iPhone. So yeah,
that's like those iPhone commercials, all shot on iPhone, the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly that's what I encourage. I started off like that. Obviously, I started with the smallest things. I started off with my camera phone. I used to do a lot of shooting videos. To showcase art skills in the military. Got a GoPro, and from there I went utilizing a camera for the school that I was teaching at, and then from there it just got more and more and more. So obviously with experience, but I do encourage anybody, if you want to film, you have a camera in your pocket, use that, and put something together.
That's true. That's real true. Yeah.
That's great encouragement. Thank you. Anything else you want to mention before we wrap up?
Not really. One thing is, directing is hard.
Yeah.
Trust me, just from going acting to directing is very hard. I thought it would be like, I just tell people, I'm doing this, doing that. No, when you're writing and directing, it's try it out though. Still try it out. That's something, it may seem hard, but try it out. I'm not very good at writing, trust me. I have horrible essays, but someone might be a little better writer than I am. But
going from acting to directing is a very it's very useful, because now you're directing from the point of view of the actors, as opposed to directors never acted, and
well, I mean, have you seen Taylor Sheridan? He's an actor and he directs too. Yeah, it reminds me of on Linus. They were shooting that large war scene where they have the buzzard come in and blow up the convoy. Well, there's a point where he's running down. He has this fake gun. Well, it's a real gun. It's just shooting blanks. He steps right over me, pops two out, and both of those casings go down my vest as I'm a dead soldier on the ground. That wasn't fun, but it is kind of fun to see how the director can go to actor like that. Because he's directing, he's acting, he's here, he's there, he's on top of the film, like, okay, that looks good. And then he's inside the film, doing everything. Yeah, it's a lot of work, especially going from acting to directing. I'm so happy I'm probably not going to act in this film. I'm just going to be directing and writing and just telling people to do stuff.
I'm so happy I'm not in it right now. I mean, I've directed also, and it's like I said, it's just so much moving parts to it, and to me, it's a lot harder on me on this side of the fence, because as a cinematographer, I have to make sure that every shot is intentional, and I have to make it purposeful on why I shot it this way, and then that's, to me, it's going to be living in my head okay, I need to capture everything, so that's going to put a lot of stress on me, and just to give him that side of the fence, be like, hey, everything's good, we're good.
Yeah, that's why we work together. Yeah. We have a big team for that.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, everyone has their parts. Stay in those parts, because if you try to take on everything, it could be overwhelming.
Oh, that's for sure.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for making the time to come out. We want to invite you again when you're done with the production part and you're in post-production.
Yes, sir.
Maybe a little before the festival, which is going to take place in September, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yes.
So we'll invite you to come out and give us an update on your film, see how you guys are doing. And the doors are always open here at 97.7 FM for you guys.
Of course.
Let's stay in touch and we'll keep following y'all's career and keep our audience informed as to what you guys are doing, new productions and so forth.
Of course,
So,
yeah.
Thanks again for making the time to come out.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you. And we're gonna, go out and give them a follow. We're gonna tag all their accounts on this post, and keep watching and keep listening to 97.7 FM, the city and Film in Valleywood.